Hey, everybody. Gloria, I was going to wait till some more came on, but I'm going to tell you anyway right now. Do you know who Darlene, shoot, I can't remember her last name. Starts with an M. She's a subscriber, and she's on a lot when we go on lives. I'm sure she might be a subscriber of your channel. Hi, Jigsy. Hi, Mary. Guys, do you guys remember Darlene? She comes on, she's on a lot of lives here. Hi, Ing. How are you, honey? Hi, Debbie. You remember that Darlene's son was in an accident? Do you know who I'm talking about? He was in a terrible accident, like probably a week ago. Cheryl, hi. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? Well, she texted me this morning and her son died. And it has just hit me so bad. He survived the accident and his wife survived. I don't know how bad off she was, but Darlene told me that he had a pulmonary, a pulmonary, was it aneurysm? Well, anyway, it led to a massive heart attack and he passed away last night. And she texted me and she said, Davida, she said, please pray for me. She said, I don't know what to do. She said, I just don't know how I'm going to go on. And when you lose a child, it brought it all back to me about Tanya. And I mean, I couldn't help but just start crying for her because I know that when you get that initial news, your whole world goes upside down. And for me, I know, well, I don't know exactly, but I know to some degree what she's going to have to go through. And it is the worst nightmare you could ever live through. And so I thought immediately, I've got to go on. I thought I've got to go on and tell you guys, so you guys will be praying for her, because she's in a bad way right now, you know. And I mean, I think that they were so hopeful that he was going to make it, because apparently, I mean, it was a horrendous accident. Okay, so even to survive the accident itself was a miracle. And I know that I think he was either at her house or a hospital by her. I'm not quite sure about that part. And I know his wife was being cared for by her mother, because I mean, that's how serious these injuries were. So one was at one place, one was at the other. I don't know if they have children. I don't know. But what I do know is she did reach out to me and asked me for prayer. And I texted her back immediately. And it breaks my heart. And I know, I think her last name starts with an M, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And I know that she's a subscriber to a lot of the YouTubers that I know, because I see her sometimes if I go on to one of their lives, or I see where she's made comments on their videos. So I know that she is known to people, and it just breaks my heart for her right now. It truly does, because she's going to go through hell, and there's no other way to say it. I mean, it is hell. Her Darlene's son, she's a subscriber. I don't know if Darlene has a channel or not. It does. It opens up the wounds immediately. I mean, now this is the third person in this year, 2019. Tanya died in 2018, but 2019. 3 people now that have lost, that I know, lost their child. And all 3 of them were boys. And it's like, oh my God. I mean, it's just awful. And I just knew that if you guys knew, that you would be praying for her. And I'm telling you, when you go through that, it sounds kind of bizarre, but it's true. When you know that there's people praying for you, you can almost feel it. You really can. I mean, you can, it's the most bizarre feeling. But I remember when it first happened to me, and I could seriously, you almost felt yourself being covered in prayer. And right now, that's all we can do. There are no words that are going to, there are just no words. And just knowing that she's being prayed for and her family's being prayed for. I don't even know if her daughter-in-law, the wife of her husband, which is Darlene's son, I don't even know if she knows yet. I asked her. I haven't heard back from her. But she texted me this morning, and he died last night. I don't know what time. I don't know if it was in the middle of the night. I don't know. I have no idea. But when I texted her, I did ask her, does your daughter-in-law know? And if she's still in really bad shape, I don't know if they would tell her, right away. I don't know. But I do know there are a lot of prayer warriors on my channel, in my YouTube family, and that is probably the most important thing we could do for her right now. But it just broke my heart when she texted me that. I just couldn't believe it. And I think what's so hard too for her is when Tanya died, it was so fast and it was so unexpected. And that's what made it so, well, it would have been hard no matter what. But her son survived this massive accident, and his wife. And I can't remember how long now it's been. 1 week runs into the next. Maybe it's been 3 weeks. I don't know. I'm not sure. But it's been relatively short. But for him to survive that, and them to think, okay, thank God. And then for this to happen, I mean, I don't know if she has other children. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the situation. But again, isn't it funny? Not really funny, but you know what I mean. Ironic, not ironic. I don't know what even word to use right now. But immediately I thought to go to my YouTube family. Immediately, as soon as I got that, I thought, I've got to go on and I've got to tell them. You know what I mean? So you are more than just people that watch my videos, believe me. Believe me when I tell you this. I get those stupid scam calls, and I have blocked every single one of them, but it's like, I think they have more than one number. That's right, Gloria. That's right. Your son-in-law was in a terrible accident. I remember that. That's okay, Debbie. I'm not going to stay on long. I just really wanted you guys. It's okay, Brenda. I haven't even said hi to everybody. Hi, Dal. How are you? That's true, Cheryl. It doesn't matter. Your life immediately goes into a new normal that you don't even know that it's a new normal yet, because right now she's in shock. And like I told her, I said, right now, Darlene, it's minute to minute. And when I say minute to minute, I mean minute to minute. I have never experienced something so, I, I don't even know what word to use, bizarre, awful, hellish, nightmarish, but it was like I was going through the motions of whatever, and yet it was almost like I was outside of my body, not realized, kind of telling myself, I can't believe this is happening. You know what I mean? It was bizarre. I wish I could put it into words, but it was like I was half with myself and half out of my body. And I know that's what I would bet money on it. And then you're in shock. And then it's like, well, it's not real, because, you think, well, they're going to be okay. And then your logic comes in and says, no, they're not going to be okay. They're not going to be here anymore. And then it's almost like your body and your mind goes into a numbing phase. You know what I mean? Because I could find myself just staring off into nothingness, and all of a sudden look at the clock and maybe 2 hours had gone by. And I could have been in a room full of people, and it was the most bizarre thing I've ever gone through. Terrible feeling. And then, and then it becomes, as time goes on, then it's, day by day, and then it's week by week, and then it's month by month. And then all of a sudden you'll get something that'll trigger everything back again. And then you realize your life will never be the same. It'll never look the same again. You won't look at things exactly the same again. And yet you go on and you keep on keeping on, but it's just not the same. And now it's your new normal, and your new normal will be the rest of your life. So it's just a whole gamut of feelings that you go through. Oh, Linda, Darlene, a lot of our YouTubers, subscribers in this niche, her son had a terrible accident and he survived it, only to pass away last night. And she texted me, and you could just, even in the text, I could feel the pain that she was going through. I could feel it in her words, and it just broke my heart. So I just knew I had to come on and ask all of my YouTube family that believe in prayer to start praying, Oh, Mary, yes, I do. Hi, Angel Dreamcrafts. I most certainly do. Believe me, I wouldn't be on here if I didn't. You know what I mean? That's right, Connie, Yeah, it's a club, like I said before, it's a club I wished I never, ever had to be in. That's right, Luann. Yeah, I mean, it really is. And like I said, again, I don't know. I pray to God she has more children. And then, when you lose one, and I'm still not over this part of it, but it was really bad in the beginning. It's almost like you want every one of your loved ones around you constantly because you're afraid of losing another one, right? And that almost paralyzed me in fear. It really did. And to some extent, it still does. And, it's like, God, please, please, please. I mean, I found myself just begging. I mean, and begging isn't even a strong enough word that I mean, I beseeched him, please don't let this happen again. And I can't imagine if it's an only child. I just can't. And I'm praying to God that, like I say, I don't know her personal life. I don't know if she has, more than just that son. I don't know Again, if they had children, I don't even know that. And I did tell her to on Messenger, because I'm not getting my emails, by the way. If anyone has wondered, I don't know what's wrong with my phone, but my emails stopped a week ago. And I know darn well that, you get emails every day. I mean, and stuff you don't even want. And it's like it's just frozen. And I don't know what's going on. But I did tell her, I said, if you want to message me your number, and if you want to talk. And I think the reason that she did reach out to me is she knew that I had lost a child last year. And the two other girls that lost their sons, they also reached out to me. And it's almost like you want to reach out to someone that you think they know to some degree what you're going through. And like I said before, even though we have lost children, these particular people, we still don't know exactly what that particular person is going through because of the relationship they had with their child. Do you know what I'm saying? Each relationship is different. So what I'm mourning is different than what Darlene's mourning. Now, we are mourning the loss of a child, but the dynamics are all, everyone's different and the dynamics are all different. But there are similarities that you will go through when you're grieving that are alike. And then again, there are things that may be different. There may be some people that will be able to get through it, and their perspective on things and the way they look at things, they may get through it where it doesn't seem to keep dragging them down, year after year. And then there's other people that are just devastated for the rest of their life. I mean, Dean Martin, the actor, singer, when he lost his son Dino, it changed him forever until the day he died. And he was never the same. And he admitted that. I mean, he quit Vegas and everything for a long time and really didn't want to go back because he just was so depressed and missed him so terribly. And he had a lot of kids. So you just never know. You never know how it's going to affect somebody. Hi, Nicole. Do you know who Darlene is? I just know you guys do. And you know what? I'm going to go off this real quick, and I'm going to go on to when she texted me real quick, because I just have to get her name. Okay, hold on. You can still hear me, but I won't be able to read your messages for a minute, because I have to go on to, hold on, I'm just trying to. Darlene Mullins. It was her son Philip, and he died of a pulmonary embolism that caused a massive heart attack due to injuries from his accident. Saying she just didn't know how she's going to get through this. My heart is broken into pieces. She is such a sweet person, and she always leaves the sweetest comments. And like I said, I know that she she is subscribed to a lot of people in this crafting niche that we're in. So I know that YouTubers, and I know that, you guys, one another just through lives and seeing comments and all that. Okay, I'm back. I can read now. Okay, she's subscribed. That's what I thought. She's subscribed to a lot of YouTubers. No, no, no. You go, Cheryl. I'm not going to be on long. My daughter had a massive brain aneurysm. I mean, in hindsight, like I talked to my granddaughters and I had asked them, I said, did she complain of anything? Did she say, headache or anything? And they said, not a headache, but she did say she thought she was getting the flu and she felt kind of dizzy and she just wanted to lay down. And that went on a couple days. Well, when I talked to the doctor in ICU when they brought her in, uh, he said, if it's any kind of consolation, he said, had she come into the hospital complaining of what she complained about to her daughters, he said, we wouldn't have taken her in to do an MRI to look at the brain. He said, we wouldn't have, because of her age, she was young. He said, a lot of times this happens to older people. And he said, we wouldn't have any reason, he said, and therefore, in the hospital, if she had come in complaining of that, she would have died in the hospital because we wouldn't even have looked for that. So, yeah, it was just, love you, Cheryl. Joyce, Shelley had a major stroke in her brainstem. Oh my gosh. Nicole, do you know if Darlene had any grandchildren from this son? He was married. Do you remember the accident? Because it was a bad one. I remember that. That's right, Joyce. Yes, yes, because I remember you, when you gave your condolences, you told me. Wow, a stroke in the brainstem. So I wonder if it kind of acted the same as what Tanya had. So a pulmonary embolism, I'll have to look it up. I don't know what that is. Oh, your first grandson. Oh. No, but I'll have to look into that, Dell, to see what's going on with my email. I am glad to see you back, Nicole. Oh, I'm just sick about it. Honest to God, I am. Oh, you still have guests at your house, Nicole? I bet your son and daughter are happy that school's over. Oh, a blood clot breaks off and goes straight to the heart. That's what it is. Thanks, Ang. Yeah, because she said from that he had a massive heart attack. Oh, my Lord. Would there have been any way for the doctors to be watching for that or no? Yeah, Tanya was 45. Oh, thank you, Joyce. Come on more when I'm live, Joyce, and talk to us. Oh, until Friday. Hi, country in the city. How are you? But that was fun. I'm glad you got to do that. Me too, Joyce. Like I said, make sure and stop in when you can. You never know when I'm going on live. I don't have a set time. I just. Oh, okay. So, yeah, because I guess it would go straight from that to the heart, huh? God, I just can't. Oh. I just keep going back to, I can't help it. I keep going back to what she's going through right now, the initial shock of all this. And she is the nicest person. She always has something nice to say. Always. Always sweet. Always a kind word. Just a very, and like I say, I've seen her comments on other YouTubers' channels. Just a very, very sweet person. Your brother had an aneurysm. Yeah, I guess that there's different kinds, and they can leave different. They can do different things, I guess. But Tanya's was so massive that it, the blood in her brain just, I mean, it took, it overtook everything. But from what the girls described, I'll bet you anything that there was a leak, in the blood vessel in the brain, because that's what it was. It was a weak blood vessel. And from what they're telling me, I'll bet you that she was experiencing, when she was feeling that dizziness and just not feeling right and wanted to lay down, she was feeling that blood that was coming out and going into her brain, is what it was. And then it was, I think she was experiencing this for a couple days, and then she went out to dinner with her boyfriend, and again, I don't know if she complained of it at dinner or whatever. And they were walking to the car, and she said, I don't feel right, and she just fell to the ground and was gone, just like that. And she started convulsing, and the EMTs worked on her all the way to the hospital, but she was gone. I don't know how old he was. I mean, he was married, but I don't know how old he was. He died last night, Nicole. Hi, Heather. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, it can't. And it did when my other two friends, I told you, Nicole, I just told them, just in 2019, Tanya died 2018. Just in this year, two friends, and Darlene all lost sons. And Lisa's son was in January. Uh, uh, Catherine, her son was 3 weeks ago, and now Darlene. And I'm thinking, oh dear God. And every time you hear this, you go right back to it. But when I read this today, it was so shocking. The reason I think it was so shocking to me was because he had survived this accident that they were in. And I had texted her a couple times. She was, I asked her to keep me updated on how he was. And, he was doing better, but still, it was going to be a long process for him to heal. And he was either with her or at a hospital by her, I can't remember. And her daughter-in-law was with her mother or in the hospital, I don't remember. But anyway, they both had to have a lot of care, so they were both in separate areas. And so I thought he was going to be okay. And when I got this morning, I I was dumbfounded. I was like, oh my God, it just really threw me for a loop. Yeah, that's what they told you, Joyce. Yeah, that's what he said. There was nothing that they could have done. Yeah, it's really true, Nicole. Um, the YouTube, the crafting, and well, I guess any niche. I mean, YouTubers become friends with, a lot of the people that watch them. And especially, I'll tell you, especially when you start doing the lives. I mean, yes, you do get close when you see their comments and you read their comments when you do videos. But it's even different when you're able to have well, not that they're having the conversation. I wish we all could, where we hear the voices, but um, having that one, well, not one-on-one, but you know what I'm saying, where people are talking back and forth with you. Well, when you have these on a regular basis, you really get to know them more, and they do become your friends and, like family. And like I said, as soon as I got that text, I thought I've got to go on and I've got to tell them, to pray for her. And in feeling comfort knowing that these people, really care. And I'm just hoping that she feels that. Because like I said, I don't know anything about, and if she's commented in lives, I don't remember. But I don't know if this is her only child. I have no idea. And I don't think they probably had kids, because it seems to me when I had asked about him before, she would have said, well, he's here with me, she's with her mother, and the kids are da 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 da. So, I mean, now again, I'm assuming, I don't know for sure. Oh, thanks, Peggy. But you can see my live, right? Or you can hear me? Wow, Linda. Well, you know what? And then that brings me to this. Okay, take Linda's brother, for example. Had cancer, open heart surgery, and a brain aneurysm. And he's living. God, I mean, I do believe God knows every hour. He knows the beginning to the end. He knows the hour, that we're not going to be here any longer, the minute. And there's a reason. We just don't understand the reason. You know what I mean? Thanks, Heather. You just never know. You just never know. Nicole, do you know if she has a YouTube channel? Well, I'm just sick about it. That's all I can say. Just sick. I am gonna. I was just getting things set up to film a couple of uh, patriotic vignettes that I'm putting together, and I'm going to put it together with you guys in these two videos. And but I got that, and I thought I can't do this until I get on and do this YouTube and talk to them. And then I have a couple more uh, hauls, little hauls that I did. And then I have a couple more DIYs I have to do. Don't know if I'll get those DIYs done today. Now I will get those other two patriotic vignettes done today because I have everything set up for it. But man, I'll tell you what, times like this is where you really got to pull some kind of strength from within to do these. And I'm not kidding when you get hit with stuff like this. But I'm kind of used to it because, I mean, there were times, especially in the beginning when Tanya first died, because I went on fairly soon after, and I remember people saying, I can't believe how strong you are. And I kept thinking to myself, I'm not strong. I'm not. You know, you were seeing me for an hour maybe. And in those other 23 hours, sometimes I was wailing, crying. You know what I mean? So, but for that little bit of time, I was able to get myself pulled together, and it took my mind off of it for that, you know, tiny little bit in time. And then as the months have progressed, you know, I still have bad days, but YouTube really does help. It truly does. I'm not just saying that. It really does help tremendously. And forging friendships, you know, I mean, it's been a blessing. But, you know, I'll find it in me to do this today and to get those made. And she'll be in the back of my mind. I mean, that's for sure. And Darlene and her son, I don't even know where she lives. Nicole, do you know what state she lives in? I don't have her address. I did text her, and if she gets back to me, I can ask her. Yeah, I told her, I said to message me and give me, to give me her phone number if she would like me to call her. And if she does, now when I checked to see her last name just now, I checked to see if she had responded. She had not, and that doesn't surprise me. But when she does, I will definitely ask her if she minds giving her address. And, you know, and then also if she would like to talk. Bella. Did you hear any of this about Darlene? Oh, good, Peggy. You know, I don't know if she does or not. Darlene lost her son last night, Bella. Darlene, our subscriber, Darlene Mullins. She texted me this morning. Remember the one that was in the bad car accident? Him and his wife. Do you remember? I'm sure she's a subscriber to your channel. I just know she is. Oh, you're buffering? Well, when it comes to Darlene Mullins, she's a subscriber here, and I know to your channel. She's a subscriber to Nicole's. I know she is to yours. I know it. Remember her son was in that terrible accident? Well, he survived that, but he passed away last night. Exactly, Heather. I will definitely ask her. Yes, okay, I know. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these YouTubers I know are going to know her. Yes. He had a pulmonary embolism, and it caused a massive heart attack. And she was asking for prayer. I know, Rosie. And so I came on deliberately knowing that all these family members would pray for her. Because like I told them, when Tanya first passed away, I could feel the prayers of everybody. Honestly, I could. And it was probably one of the only things that really sustained me as much as it could at that time. Oh, she is. She's the sweet. I was telling him, she always has something so sweet to say, and she just seems like such a humble person, always leaving sweet comments, and just you can tell by comments and when they're on lives and how they interact. Um, oh, I know, Bella, you should have seen me this morning. I was a wreck. I was a wreck. I told them, all the girls just now, I said it just hit me so hard because it brought back everything about Tanya. And then I could feel for her, knowing that in the beginning of all this, the hell, and there is no way else to put it, the hell that that woman's going to go through. And there's nothing you can do. I mean, there is nothing humanly. That's why prayer is so important. Because humanly, you can't say anything that's going to touch it. People, I can't tell you how many people came up to me and, they hugged me and, well, they would say all kinds of things. But in the beginning, you're in such shock. I don't know if you really even hear half of what they're saying to you. And, but the prayers are what sustain me. Yes, she had a wife. Yeah, exactly. They didn't have kids then, right, Bella? I don't think they did. Um, but you're right. And the daughter is with her mother, and he was with Darlene. Now, and again, I don't know if she meant at a hospital by her, or if he was in her home and she was taking care of him. I don't know. But she never mentioned anything about grandchildren. So I don't know that they had children. Heather, that's exactly what happened to my daughter. Well, she had, like I said earlier, she had not been feeling, she said she felt funny and she felt dizzy, but other than that, nothing. And she left the restaurant, was walking to the car, fell to the ground, and that was it. Okay, so she does have a channel, but no video or content. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Definitely, if she does text me back, I will definitely ask if we could please have her address. Okay, so he was in her home. Okay. Oh dear God, that means he died in her home. Oh, I just realized that. Bye, Dell. Love ya. Do you know where she lives, Bella? What state? Mine is too, Bella. I'm not kidding. Ever since I read that, I've just been a wreck. Because like I told the girls, what makes me so sad is he survived this horrid accident and his wife survived only to die. Oh God, I mean, oh. And I don't even know if the wife knows, I mean, because when I say she told me, I'm talking texting, but that his wife was in a bad way as well, and it was going to take a long time for them both to heal, and she was at her mother's. I don't even know if she knows yet. I mean, I don't know if she's in such bad shape that they would tell her yet. I have no idea. Oh, it's exactly what it did, Heather. As soon as I read it, it was bizarre. I just went right back into that. You think that you're past that initial hell, and then when I read that, it just took me right back into it. And then my heart went out to her. That's what I was telling him, Bella, earlier. Linda, Lance, her brother, had cancer, open heart surgery, and an aneurysm, and is alive. God has our days numbered, He does. And we don't understand it. We don't know why. I don't know. It is unimaginable, Peggy. It really is. And this is a time, again, being a YouTube community and a YouTube family, and like I said, in the niche that we're in, like Bella, myself, Val, all these different YouTubers that are in this particular niche, a lot of us have the same subscribers, right? So when something like this happens, and like Bella and I, Val, we have lives. So what I mean, not lives, but I mean go on live, with our YouTube channel, and we get to know so many people, especially the ones that always come back and we converse with. You guys really do become, Polly, Bella, not right now, I'm not in the mood. They become family members, and other YouTubers become like family members. So we laugh, we have a good time, we do all this, and then something like this happens, and then we all have to come together in one accord, in agreement, and show our solidarity to the person that's going through whatever they're going through. And it just truly breaks my heart. It really does. I feel sick. Oh, me too, Bella. Well, and I was telling him, the first thing I thought after my initial, all that I went through reading it and dealing with it for a while, it was like I've got to get on there, onto YouTube, and, ask a favor of them, and that is to pray for one of their friends, subscriber, whatever, you know what I mean? Because Peggy, it's like you and, the other girls like Linda, Peggy, Heather, Joyce, Susan, you name it, Gloria, all of us, we talk, and you guys get to know one another on a more intimate level as well, even if you don't have a channel, So, I mean, it affects all of us. Oh, Peggy, yes. I mean, I look at all of you, I really look at as friends. I mean, friends. Oh, hi, Mina. How are you, honey? I bet you Darlene is one of your subscribers too, Mina. In fact, I'm almost positive she is. And the reason I say this is, like I was telling them, when we go on to other YouTubers' channels to watch their, their video, when we make our comments, well, you see other comments that are being made. And like I said, I've seen Darlene leave comments a lot of times to different YouTubers, you know. You too, Nicole. And that's why I was asking the other day, I said, hi, Nicole. I was just wondering where you been. It's like when you don't hear or see someone for a while, you think, okay, what's going on? Are they all right? I sure wish Nicole, do you know what state she lives in? Has she ever said on a comment? I know she had to have, because all of us talk about what time it is. I'm going to have to go back on my lives and look, because I know that she's been in lives with us and we talk about what time it is or whatever. I just don't know if she's who she's by. Oh well, I don't. I don't mean to. I don't want to put pressure on you because you've been dealing with graduations, and I can just see it. We've got to get on Jeremiah. Davita's getting nervous, and then you got a house full of people. I don't mean to put pressure like that. I just wanted to make sure everything was okay. I know she had to have said it in the live at some point. See, and I think so too, Bella. I'm just positive she did, but now I can't remember. What are you doing? Well, what time is it for you, Mina? Because I know at late at night it's early in the morning for you. So it must be getting nighttime for you. $22.17. I'm not good with what do you call that? So it's 7. No, it's later than that. 10:17. Okay. Thanks. Oh, thanks, Nicole. Well, I love Jeremiah. He's a sweetheart. He really is. Now, it's going to take a while, that's for sure, Bella. Like I told the girls, right now she's going through the throes of hell. I mean, the throes of hell. And there is just no other way to put it. I mean, you figure it's not even been 24 hours, you know? And I didn't even put that together. Isn't that the stupidest thing in the world? Here I thought, okay, he was either at her home in the hospital. Well, I didn't even put together if he was in the home and he passed away in her home. As weird as that sounds, me saying it that way, but you know what I mean? You don't, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if she has a husband. I just don't want her to be going through this alone. Polly, I can't hold you right now. It's a very tense moment. Did you notice they listened to me? They stopped barking. They know. I think they know when you're stressed. And it's weird because you just, when things like this hit, it just brings it all back home that you just don't know every day, and it sounds so clichéic, okay? Live each day because you don't know about tomorrow. And, and you hear that and you're like, okay, that's nice. But it's the truth. I mean, case in point, Darlene. I mean, little did she know the day before yesterday that what would happen that evening, or yesterday that evening. Little did I know I was going to a Steve Tyrell concert, okay? And in the midst of it, I get this call from my daughter, from my youngest daughter. I mean, you just don't know. And that's what scares the crap out of me, to be perfectly honest. I mean, because of it happening to me, like I told you, and I have to get past this, I really do, because I live in such fear now, and of something happening to another one of my kids. It's just almost paralyzing sometimes to me. And I just got to get past that. Yeah, I think she can, Peggy. Oh no, I'll be fine. I mean, I just brought it all back, Bella. But I guess because I was expecting him to be okay. You know what I mean? And when I heard this, I mean, as soon as I saw it, I mean, I just out loud, I just went, "Oh my God," and right away I texted her, and yeah, it's pathetic. Thank you, Angel Lady. You too. Oh, hi, Sandra. Oh, sorry you came in on this one. Well, Sandra, usually we're talk either I'm going to show something I've made, or because I'm a DIY channel, or we start discussing just our lives or food, or and usually it's a fun time had by all. Today, one of our family members on YouTube, uh, her son passed away last night, and he survived a terrible accident. And Bella, was it about 3 weeks ago, or Nicole, that the accident happened? I want to say it was about 3 weeks ago. Anyway, he ended up passing away. And I don't think they were expecting that at this stage of the game. I think they thought that he was. Now, I don't know that for sure. I don't know that for sure. But the way it sounded. So that's what you've come in on. And I'm sorry that this is more of a sullen discussion. But I just had to get on to ask my YouTube family members to pray for Darlene. And Bella, that's the one thing. That is the one thing. You're absolutely right. Well, my kids, I never hang up without telling them I love them. But I mean, I've done that ever since they were little. Always. Even if we get in an argument, whatever, I always, still tell them I love them. And my kids with one another, my boys, they always, when they're together, they'll hug each other and say they love them. Or when they're on the phone, they always end with I love you. Brothers to brothers, brothers to sister, whatever. Always. But after Tanya died, it was even more important for me to make sure. Or there's time, well, and again, I used to do this anyway, but I even do it more. I will text them a lot of times and just say I was thinking about you, love you. It's very, yeah, I agree. Hi, Dee. Oh, but you're more than welcome here, Sandra. Yeah, Joyce, that's the biggest thing I'm going through right now. Other than sometimes it hitting me with her, that's the biggest thing I go through right now is the fear. And I know that fear isn't of God. I know that, but when you go through something like that, you don't ever want to go through it again. I remember you telling me that, Joyce. God bless you. Love you too. Her name is Darlene. Darlene Mullins. Oh, yes, all of these people are prayer warriors, Sandra, so you're in the right place. Hi, RJ. How the heck are you? I haven't seen you forever. RJ, you probably know Darlene. She could very possibly be a subscriber of yours. Hey, get rid of this idiot, would you? Here, let me. Hey, PT, you're an idiot. I don't got time for that idiot today. No, no mood for you. Oh, I've really got to watch myself right now. Oh man, I could just go off on that guy right now, or whoever PT was. Oh my lord, help me. Oh, I can feel my blood pressure going right now. Oh, you don't want to see that side of me. You don't want to see that side of me. You don't want to see that side of me. Davida, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. You got rid of him, calm down. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, the wrench, the wrench. How do I do that again? I Bella, give me the wrench. Add moderator. There. I was going down the list thinking, where's the blue? Where's the blue? Where's the blue? I don't have time for that. Oh, I almost said it again. Whoop. Yeah, time to go, PT. Bye-bye. God, you don't know how mad I get. Yeah, that's right, D. Yep. Yep. They're in the nooks and crannies, just like cockroaches. That means that someone's a moderator, Peggy, and with the wrench, they can go in and hit that roach and be able to remove them, block them. Yeah, I will. Usually, okay, there, D. Usually, Jeremiah, when he's on, he'll do it for me. You know, it makes you wonder about those slime balls. Um, mm, uh, the difference with that is when they do things like this behind a computer, I would give anything to see them face to face when they do something like that. That's how angry I get. You know what I'm saying? There's just something in me that just goes ballistic. And it's like, oh, God, you know, I just, especially in what we're dealing with. So they had to have heard a little bit of this or read a little bit of this, and for them to have that kind of uh, thought process, you know what I'm saying? So let me get back to you, RJ, now that I was rudely interrupted. Where have you been? I have thought about you. Yes, they're very sweet, Joyce. So are you. Oh, good. Thank you. How are you, Maria? Are you at work? Maria, Darlene's son died, and I'm having people pray for her because she texted me this morning. Remember Darlene Mullins and her son was in that terrible car accident with his wife? And he survived? Man, don't you wish you had a wrench that in real life that you could, bye bye. Well, now, why did he get a summer job, Nicole? Doesn't he know he has to be my moderator? I'm teasing. Thought he'd get a laugh out of that one later. Um, are you asking me how I found out, Bella, about Darlene? If that's what you're asking, she texted me this morning. And like I told the girls earlier, I don't know. Because she might have texted other YouTubers that she's with. I have a feeling she might have, knowing that I lost a child so recently. I have a feeling maybe that could be. I don't know. But anyway, that's how I found out. Okay, Nicole. Tell them I said hi. You know who we're talking about, right, Maria? She's on the lives a lot. I know Val, I know for a fact she would know. I know she follows her. I know Darlene follows her. Oh no. Your son's having seizures? Oh, God bless you. Dang it. Yeah, you're right, Dee. Like I said, I texted her and I checked, and she hasn't responded, nor do I expect her to be perfectly honest right now. Because right now she's going through so much, I just know it. And uh, having to get things ready and dealing with all this stuff. I'm just hoping that she has a support system. Yes, we will definitely pray for him, RJ. Is there, well, I'm sure there must be medication you're giving him? I was just going to ask how old. I remember you told me once, but I can't remember now. Hi, Karen. Oh, I know, I know. I agree. Somebody, I saw it and I lost it. Somebody asked about the stars. Oh, I think it was Joyce. I can't remember. Anyway, this one I've had it a couple years. That's from Dollar Tree, and this one I just got from the 99-cent store. But I'm not keeping them that way. I'm using them for something else for DIY. they're doing a video EEG of your son, RJ. I do too, Bella. This is a time I wished I could be bewitched and just wiggle my nose and be wherever I needed to be at any time. Wouldn't that be cool? Poor RJ. So see, she's been through the ringer. Gloria, are you still here? Val, where are you? Are you on vacation? Oh, you know what, Mina? You really do get to, you believe me, you will too. You just get to know these people, and it just becomes someone like, if it's almost like well, not really talking on the phone because you can't hear their voices. I wish there was a way where you could be able on these to be able to talk back and forth. You know what I mean, with everybody. I mean, actual verbally, not just me. But you do remember these people, and you start remembering their families, and you know, like with you, your daughter and your grandson and your husband, and you know, you just, because I watch you, and then when subscribers come on and they're talking to you, especially on the lives, that's when you really get to start knowing them, and that's where they get to get knowing each other, and they even form friendships that even don't have YouTube channels. They begin forming friendships as well, and yeah, and that's, well, you have your concert tomorrow, Bella, don't? No, wait, Saturday you have your concert. Well, thanks, Peggy. I got to get on my cardigan sweater. And like I said, that's another reason I say what I say at the end of all my videos. I mean, I'll say that I was just doing a couple hauls that I did, and at the end of my videos, I even actually, I was thinking about that this morning, and I thought, I mean, I'm sorry, last night, and I'm thinking, you're saying that even in your hauls, Davida. And then I said to myself, yeah, so what? And this is how I talk to myself. A little bit scary. And, you know, but I always have to end it with that. And a lot of you know why I say what I say. But I have to let people know, you know, that they are important, and the world is a better place because they're in it, and there is no one else just like you. And you offer something to this world that nobody else can. Because we're not guaranteed I'm going to talk to that person ever again, right? So I want to know, just like when I tell my kids I love them and I text them just to tell them that, you know, I have to make sure that I say that. And I am going to put that, when I get a t-shirt made with my logo, I am going to have that put on there, because it is very important to me. Well, I'm hoping, don't you think they'll be able to find out with this EEG they're doing for him, they'll find out something. Bella. Then you'll go back to 500 again. Might I say, Bella, you were looking like a hot pistola when I was seeing your Instagram picture when you were asking him for his autograph in your little black dress. Oh, your son is nonverbal, RJ? Because my grandson has autism. And that's very hard. If they're nonverbal, obviously, to God bless them. And there you go. There's another one. RJ, sweetest person. Sweetest person. Very humble, sweet, soft-spoken. Yeah, I know, but you still look like a hot pistola. My friend I used to work with, she was Hispanic, and she used to say that, and so then I picked that up from her because it used to crack me up when she'd say that. Wouldn't it be nice if people could really get to know each other and realize that, you know what? I don't know of one of us that isn't or hasn't been hurt or hurting at some stage of the game. You know? And when you start looking at each other like that, meaning you're human, instead of looking with judgmental thoughts or assuming or whatever the case may be, just looking at them for who they are, you know, I think the world would be a much, much happier place. Just maybe. There's a channel, Nicole, of a friend. You hadn't seen him in a while, so you wanted to make sure they were okay. Oh, I know, Bella. I know. I agree. Unfortunately, it's in the world, you know what I mean? There's a lot of crap in this world. I'm being nice. Anyway, well, I've taken up an hour of your time and more than that probably. But I just really had to come on here to let you guys know. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Interesting. Not what I'm thinking right now, but I like that. Interesting. But I'll be making some announcements too on a lighter note for collaboration having to do with the home tour for Patriotic if you want to join in. And it doesn't matter if you have Patriotic with your Coastal or Patriotic with your Lemon, because that's what mine is. I just got done. I have a little bit more to do. Like I said, I'm filming a couple more in a little bit. But that'll probably be, well, I'll just make the announcement. It'll be in another couple weeks when I have that. But anyway, I just wanted to come on. I know everyone has things they got to get doing, but I just really wanted you guys to keep her in prayer. And if I find out her address, I will come on live. And, well, I don't know that she's going to want me to put it. Well, I'll ask her if she minds if I put it on the live. Unless I call each one of you and just give you the number. I'll have to, I didn't even think about that. I'll ask her. And one way or the other, if she gives it to me and I tell her, I'll give it to you. Oh, thank you, Angel Lady. Yeah, I will. I will let you know. And we need to be praying also for RJ's son. But I'm just going to just say a real quick prayer for him, you guys, and you can agree with me in prayer. Father, I just ask you to be with Darlene. Father, you know the pain. You know the pain. You gave your son up for us. Father, I just ask you to be with her right now. Jesus, you know what she's going, you know the pain. Father, I just ask you to just cover her and her family members. I don't know who they are. I have no idea how many children she has. I just know that she needs the love and support of everyone that can give it to her. And I also pray for RJ's son right now and for everyone on here. And you know all the needs of everybody. Just cover them in your love. I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay. So I'm hoping to see some videos of Mina's, Bella, Nicole, whoever else is on here that might have a channel that I can look at. But like I say, yes, as soon, and I don't know when she'll be getting back to me. I have no idea. But if she does get back to me, well, I'm sure she will eventually, but I will definitely ask for her address. I will tell her that I went on to the live and had all you guys praying, and I'll tell her everyone was very much concerned and praying for her and would love to send her cards. So, with that being said, I don't know her son's name. Ooh, I don't know her son's name. Well, with that being said, remember the world's a better place because you're in it. Truly, because you're in it. Just reread all these comments to one another, and you'll see how important it is that all of you are in this world. No one exactly like you, and I'm so thankful for all of you. Love you, and I'll be talking to you soon.